दर्शक मित्रों, थिंकलाइन के आज के संस्करण में आपका फिर से स्वागत है। Today we are going to talk about Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. And on the first day, on the 10th of January, the highlights, what are the things that has happened? And what are the indications? What does it suggest? Prime Minister Modi समिट को इनॉग्रेट करते हुए सीधा कह गए कि अगर हमें 2047 में इन 2047 we want to make India a developed economy, then naturally we have to be in top 3. We'll be in top 3 before the end of this decade. But if this global summit is of any indications, I expect or I foresee it will be achieved much before that. Yes, today's Gujarat economy is not big, not that big, but it will be $1 trillion if today's investments come through by 2027 at the most. Yes, that is the type of a scene, a euphoria was seen there. The reason? Yeah, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने तो सीधा बताया कि दुनिया आज देख रही है भारत की ओर स्टेबिलिटी के लिए, आर्थिक विकास के लिए, ऑल अराउंड ग्रोथ के लिए, एंड गुजरात इज गोइंग टू बी पिवटल इन दैट. पीपल हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट ये ग्लोबल समिट की शुरुआत गुजरात से ही, जब नरेंद्र भाई खुद यहाँ के चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, उन्होंने की थी. Then let's put that aside for a moment. You know something? Top-notch industrialists were present. And Mukesh Ambani said, Modi is the most successful leader or prime minister and a world leader today. भारत में पैदा हुए भारतीय प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स में मोदी सबसे सक्सेसफुल है. और उन्होंने एक एग्जाम्पल देते हुए कहा कि उनके विदेश के मित्र उनको पूछते हैं ये स्लोगन, जार्गन, कि जैसे भारतीय लोग बोलते हैं मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. What does it mean? It's possible when Modi is there. That is what he said. And that's what is transpiring here. Maybe going a step further, Gautam Adani ji said very clearly that he would invest 2 lakh crores Bharatiya rupee, Indian rupees, in coming 5 years in Gujarat. What does it show? It will propel growth. And before I go into the highlights of what bigger leaders have said, bigger industrial leaders have said, let me tell you something, that logistics is going to play a pivotal role. Today, the cost of logistics in our country is about 12 to 14%. It has to be brought down in between 6 to 8%, which is the world standard, if we want to compete and if we want to succeed in making Bharat a top 2 economy of the world. And that's where this, Bharatmala, Sagarmala, and the huge coastline of Gujarat, it's going to be emerging as a biggest port city, a port state of Bharat. And that's why I say, IMEC is on track. The presence of UAE's president is indicative of that. Modi ji said, UAE Sovereign Wealth Fund to begin its operation in the GIFT City. Yes, in GIFT City. Sovereign Fund, UAE Sovereign Fund. Just think, what's going to happen is the world's financial market is slowly and steadily shifting from the other places of the world to the GIFT City in Gujarat. World today is looking at Bharat as an economic powerhouse. And Indian priorities are sustainable industry, infrastructure, and manufacturing. India's priority for the new age are skills, skill development, artificial intelligence, and innovation. See, we are doing, Modi ji said, as a government, they are doing things that will ease the business. More than 40,000 compliances of ease of business they have done. And they have signed 3 free trade pacts to attract the investments in India. Apart from all this, क्या हुआ है वो मैं आपको बता दूं पहले दिन में. What are the commitments that have come forth? Reliance Industries के chairman Mukesh Ambani has committed to commission 5,000-acre green complex at Jamnagar in 2024 for green hydrogen. That's where the renewable energy comes. Because the petrodollars are drying up. Maybe a decade or two, it will last. After that, everybody will have to rely on the alternate sources of energy. And that's where the solar energy, where Gujarat is number 1 in Bharat. And now there's hydrogen that will come up. Reliance will also set up their carbon fiber facility at Hazira near Surat. That's, in a nutshell, the big announcements from Reliance. Now, Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekhar said construction of 20 gigawatt battery plant to start in 2 months. Construction of the plant for 20 gigawatt battery in 2 months' time. Talks on Dholera semiconductor prefab unit almost over. So that means in Dholera, semiconductor unit is going to come of Tata Sons. Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani has promised to generate 30 gigawatts of renewable energy at Khavda. And as I said before, to invest 2 trillion rupees in Gujarat over coming 5 years. A lot of money will be in logistics, ports. Similarly, it will be in green energy. Then ArcelorMittal's chairman, Lakshmi and Mittal, said, ArcelorMittal's Hazira expansion phase 1 will be over by 2026. The second phase will be over by 2029. Hazira's crude steel capacity, listen to this figure now, crude steel capacity will be 29 million tons eventually. And that will be world's biggest and the highest capacity. Now we come to Gujarat is called also the state of auto industry, automobile hub. Suzuki Motors president Toshihiro Suzuki said they will invest 250 billion rupees for the second plant in Gujarat. One already exists. A new Gujarat plant will produce 1 million more cars annually. So Suzuki's capacity, automobiles capacity, will be double, almost double. Then NVIDIA Senior Vice President Shankar Trivedi said, they will partner Yota, their partner Yota is setting up a data center at GIFT City. Data center in GIFT City to go live before March end 2024. That's something big happening there. Then DP World's chairman bin Sulayem bin Sulayem said they will invest $3 billion in Kandala in a terminal over 3 years. So that Kandala new terminal will come up in 3 years with the investment from UAE in 3 years' time. And now, last but not the least, much awaited, Micron Technology CEO Sanjay Mehrotra said to commission Sanand memory assembly by early 2025. So in a year's time. To commission Sanand test facility by early 2025. And will create 5,000 direct jobs at Sanand. So semiconductors are on the way. By 2025 and 2026, India would start producing semiconductors. Now, these are the basic things that has come out to me. Now, just imagine present 35 crore car manufacturing plant with 10 lakh units per year's capacity. Well, a 3,200 crores investment in existing plant to expand the capacity by 2.5 lakh units. Currently, Suzuki, that is Maruti Suzuki, is producing about 7.5 lakh units of cars. That will enhance to 20 lakh units. Largest single location steel plant in Hazira. Can you imagine that it will have in Bharat by 2030? A huge semiconductor fab in Dholera starting, their work by 2024 by Tata's. And electric battery gigafactory construction also is going to start in few months' time. Land has already been allotted. Along with that, C-295 aircraft manufacturing, initially in Vadodara and then shifted to Dholera. So, aircrafts will also be manufactured. Creation of 1 lakh jobs. See, these are all the promises. This is what industry stalwarts have said today. And we got to take them for their words. I'll tell you something more. What will happen is, if 50% of these investments come through, 50%, only 50%, then in 5 years' time, which was, if you remember, last year, when this party which is ruling right now, BJP, when they brought out the Sankalp Patra, they said Gujarat will be a $1 trillion economy in coming 5 years. And that would be realized. Today, the size is 1/4 of 1 trillion. Yes. So that much more investment is coming, that much more economic progress will take place in 5 years' time. And before I end this, I'm not going to keep it very long. I would say one thing. For Gujarat, these are not new. This is the 10th summit that we are witnessing here. Initially, people used to say, the realization of MOUs is very little. Only 5%, 10% investment used to come. But now, when we have entered the Amrit Kal of Bharat, things are changing. And very rapidly changing. I will not be surprised, as people are saying, if India is among the top 2 countries economically in the world by 2047, their economy will be about $32 trillion. Gujarat will have an economy alone of its own $3 to $4 trillion by that time. And it's a fair ratio. Because it was a dream of Narendra Bhai, who used to say, and I remember talking to him about this. He said in economic progress, I'll put it very simply, Narendra Bhai ne seedha bola tha. कि जब देश उन्नति करेगा, देश की जो आर्थिक प्रगति होगी उसमें कम से कम 10 से 15%, मैं तो चाहता हूं कि 20% योगदान गुजरात का। I'll make it in English. I'll translate that in English. Narendra Bhai has said to me that when country progresses, what we need is 10 to 15% of that contribution coming from Gujarat. I would wish it will be 20. And I know that Gujarati entrepreneurs and people of Gujarat with their high skill will achieve that. And in this, the first day, surprisingly, nothing much has been said about this diamond, gems, and jewelry. But mind you, my friends, we are going to transact business up to 2 lakh crores annually in Surat's diamond boom. Just imagine with this, all this. People are shifting their bases from Silicon Valley to Gift City. I know so many busy CAs these days advising what to do with their money from abroad when they come to India, or what they should set up, or where they should relocate, whether they should relocate in India, Bharat, or they should relocate in UAE. That is also happening. And that's why I say, year 2024 on economic front, the beginning with Vibrant Gujarat Summit is very highly indicative. And one more thing, let me tell you, friends, yesterday's road show, in 2 minutes I'll tell you, but that's very important. In 2014, when Narendra Bhai Modi's government came into power in center, foreign media used to say, right-wing Hindu nationalist government. And they continued doing so. They said Gujarat, that is an eminent genocide. It has taken place and this and that and all. Muslim phobia, Islam phobia. That was all said. For 20 years, Narendra Bhai has fought the battles everywhere, from the local court, metropolitan court, district court, high court to Supreme Court, with SITs and this and that, CBIs and everything. Ultimately, he and Amit Bhai came clean. And still, people keep talking about that. They find them non-secular, but they don't understand. Yesterday's event, a 3-kilometer road show from Gandhinagar to Ahmedabad, was a slap on their face, a very, very tight slap, and a big slap on their face. Because what you were blaming him for, the place you were blaming him for, one of the ardent Islamic country's president was by his side as the best friend. MBZ and Narendra Bhai sitting in the same car in a cavalcade, greeting people, was a sight and a tight slap to those Islamophobic people. That is what I want to say. Because in Gujarat, when economic progress takes place, in Bharat, when economic progress takes place, everybody benefits, irrespective of their caste, creed or religion. दोस्तों, आज के लिए सिर्फ इतना ही. फिर से कोई बड़ा अपडेट रहा वाइब्रेंट गुजरात का तो मैं डेफिनेटली आऊंगा आपके साथ. मगर प्लीज आप इस चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए जितना हो सके तक उतना हमारे लिए बहुत बेनिफिशियल होगा. प्लीज 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 लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. Until next time, Jai Shri Ram, Vibrant Gujarat. Well, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Namaskar.